I would like to invite all of Victoria's readers, friends and connections to come here to the Palais Faraj, to be welcome, to stay with us and to get a very, very special treat coming from Victoria.
Albrecht, thank you very much to have us here.
You're most welcome.
I would say Fes, it's something very different to me as I was thinking about the city. And that place, when we arrived yesterday to property, I was like, oh, wow. Then we got to no, I came here, is it small? No, it's not small. Then I look into this direction, it's not small at all, it's big. Then we get up, oh my God. So I would say my mind was changed by it all. For our customers, it's important to know because you have not just one of the best locations. You have a lot of other things to explore, to come here. I want to ask you, as we are standing in this patio, about the atmosphere of the property. How you think, what is that?
Well, I think this is the best place to get the atmosphere because you hear the water, you hear the birds, at least in the morning. Now they prepare for sleeping. You have the fountains and you have these beautiful tiles which are very particular here in Fes. You have the columns, you have the work of plaster, you have these wonderful doors and you have wonderful people taking care of you. At least we try our best. And that is why I think that our patio is the place who gives us best the ambience of Palais Faraj. You are in the center of history here in Fes, in the Palais Faraj. You are walking on wonderful craftsmanship and you have no noise. You just have this noises, which is not noise, and you can enjoy. I think my first reaction was when I first entered here, I calmed down, you know? Well, that's the ambience of Palais Faraj. You come down and you relax.
And we've been talking before that for me, I was thinking that it's a very old building and how you can hold it in this such a high quality and you don't feel that it's old, but you explained how it works. Can you just shortly for our guests explain that it was belonging for a longer time and about the location, because it's very important here in Fes.
Yes, the Palais Faraj is a very old private property for hundreds of years belonging to a very aristocratic old family named Bensuda, who sold it 20 years ago to the actual owners, which is also an old family from Fes. And the actual owners spent long years of renovating very carefully this place. Now the challenge was to maintain the frame of a wonderful aristocratic palais, but to make it, to complete it with modern technique, air conditioning, elevators, heating, a spa facility, restaurant facilities on the rooftop. I mean, to build a kitchen up there, you have to stabilize the whole building.
Oh my God.
It was a huge, huge work, and it requested a lot of attention and knowledge. And money, by the way. But it's all wrapped in this traditional material, in the traditional architecture. I think that's the clue. You feel in this old palais, inside you have all modern facilities which you need to make it a very comfortable luxury hotel. And a perfectly working air conditioning system who works in every corner when you have 45 degrees outside, which might happen.
And you don't hear it.
Exactly. And then of course plants who grow.
It's really fitting that you have a little bit of, you have a garden, a
smaller
garden.
That's what we try to put inside.
Yeah,
and my challenge is to make grow this garden because I love plants.
Oh, really?
And they grow, voila. And we do a lot this winter to make them even grow more. Here we have our pool. I hope you will jump inside tonight.
Tomorrow. Who are the customers of your hotel? Are that younger people, older people, family with the kids? Who are they?
They are generally hedonist individual travelers. Sometimes the individual travelers come with a small group of friends, 6, 4, 6, 8, 10 guests together. But essentially they are individual and they come for culture and they come for good life and for relaxing and enjoying this ambience of culture and of comfort. and of serenity. Fez is not yet on the big screen of the international tourism, which I think is a great challenge for us, because you have fantastic hotspots like Marrakesh in Morocco, which are fantastic. We are the beautiful unknown alternative, no hustle, no stress. For example, when you discover the Medina in Fez, motorbikes, no bicycles. It's all forbidden because the locals understood that their local history is more important than everything else. And they protect and develop it very nicely. You feel this in every way here in Fez. And then there is not only the Medina, there is not only what surrounds us here, it's also this beautiful countryside. Fez is surrounded by a very green, soft countryside where you can do many things. We have 400 square meters here of spa.
400
Yes,
here.
it's a big part of our basement. We have different treatments for massage. We have 4 massage rooms, individual or for couples. And we have a hammam, which is very important in Morocco. It's the steam bath.
I usually use just that.
Voila, the body scrub, the body scrub. And here we have the place of manicure, pedicure, you know.
Was it from the starting the idea to open the spa?
Yes, spa was part of the look, our nice little salon de coiffure. Everything can be done here to get pampered. Pampering is so important for us. Pampering guests is, for me, the best of luxury I can provide. Individually, caretaking, pampering of guests is much more important than all the luxury golden forks or whatever you can get. Is the most important thing is to take care of a guest, to understand who he is and what he needs. That's the fun in my job, I think. The best what you can do, and it's the best what you can give to a guest.
You're right.
I'm very old-fashioned.
No. As one of my customers saying, you know, you should never be afraid about internet, online, something, because what I do, the same what you do, luxury travel with this personal touch, it never gets to internet. People never can buy it through online.
Exactly.
Because they don't pay just for room, they pay exactly for that.
For me, it's very simple. Luxury comes from people.
These floors here, that's made me...
Oh, it's a part of the charm. To get lost is part of the concept. Getting lost at Palais Faraj.
All the floors are different or not?
Well, there is an interior style. So the materials are the same, the taste and the idea is the same, but all the architecture is different. You have a lot of ways going around, and you have a lot of steps. A lot of steps. This is unfortunately to mention.
They are not high.
But you can get really very easily lost.
So this is another part of the hotel.
Exactly, and I don't want to make you lose time, but you have to see my favorite place in the hotel. This is I love this little library, and here you can find interesting books. There's even one in Russian language. I count on you to get more. But you find all languages, Arab, English, French, German, about plants, about politics, about history, about craftsmanship. And you can sip a glass here and read a book and enjoy another moment.
Who was the designer? From whom is the idea? I mean, the design.
Essentially the owners.
They by themselves.
Of course, they were assisted by professionals, but it's the essence is really what the owners, Dries and Evelin Feiss, had on their mind. Here you see our little bar.
Oh, that's so nice. This is also art.
And Mehdi is preparing the candles.
I think all the Moroccan people, they are a little bit different as us.
Oh yes, that's why it's so nice to be here, because it's a difference. I mean, 3 hours of flight and it's a different world. And I love it. And you know, I work here in this country since 15 years. There is a French saying, or is it a German saying? The way you shout in the forest, it comes back to you in double.
I know what you mean.
If you are smart and fair, you get everything. I must say, every suite is a royal suite here. The guest who is in a small suite or in the biggest suite is always a king. Please.
How big is this room?
120 square meters approximately, this suite, plus the terrace.
It's like a king room.
Let me do this open. We closed this because of the sun, and the room is not occupied, but I think now it's better.
How many bedrooms?
32.
No. Here.
Here, one.
But what I do really love that
Yeah.
everywhere renovated, nothing, no scratches.
Well, we have it's constant. For example, this I have to change you always have to renovate. It's very difficult to find. Now I found them all. The carpenter who does it right, the plasterer who makes it right. It's not easy to because sometimes one is good, next time it's not good.
About the view.
Yes.
Because behind us we have the Medina.
Yes.
And the location, as we mentioned, is very important part. You think the view is, how important is for people the view? Do they booking special rooms with the view, or for them it's not so important?
I think it's not so important because you have the best view from up there. Look, this is our royal suite. You have our unroyal neighbor just in front. It's a wonderful suite because of the balcony, but not only because. And most of our rooms don't have balcony. It's the ambience inside the room. You have to look out of the window and you feel in this building. It's like being in it's something organic. It's very organic, I think. So it's not so much important what you see, it's more important what you feel. And once you are, which is very democratic, all of our guests, when they are up there, in the bar, in the restaurant, on the terrace, they all benefit from this view. So the moment of this great joy to see the view, which is much better from that level, is shared. The smaller suite, or you rent the most expensive, biggest suite, you all benefit from this fantastic rooftop view. And inside the rooms which are under, you are more like in a cocon, like in a shelter, and that's what we want. We want to feel that we take care. So the view is not the most important thing. About the materials, to start with, I would like to take you back to the sleeping room, because something for me very important, the quality of our beds is really the best. You have all this modern technique of single wrapped, but the most important thing is for me the linens. If you touch this linen, this reminds me always my childhood, because this is the best cotton you can find, which we called in my childhood coton d'Egypte. The pillow is with natural feathers, or for allergical guests, it's from alternative material. But the best for non-allergic people is, bien sûr, the classic thing. And I love very much this quality of old-fashioned cotton. This is just a cover blanket for the feet, and well, you see, I love this.
You're right, because I also found it yesterday when I fell into the bed at 1 o'clock midnight. It was like, oh my God, it's so good.
That's the first element of you mentioned the materials. The rest of the materials, well, it's natural. You see these carpets, you see the wood, you see the tiles, you see the plaster, you see the furniture who are like in the villa of our grandparents. You don't see any fancy architectural furniture. It's classic, solid, comfortable furniture.
Важный момент, вот чтобы плиточку вот здесь выложить таким узором, берется вот эта плитка, разбивается молоточком и выкладывается здесь. То есть это все очень сложная ручная работа. Почему вот такого размера потолок не шире? На самом деле размер комнат в рядах не больше вот этого. И потолок такой ширины, потому что раньше он выкладывался стволами пальмовых деревьев. А пальмовое дерево, вот именно толстая часть ствола, которая не гнется, она не больше, чем вот это расстояние. Вот так вот все интересно.
But this is an ambassador suite, and of these suites we have 12, so that's very good when we have a family coming, they have all the same.
В отеле только суиты, они совершенно разные. Наш номер, он чуть-чуть другой, угловой. Все номера, где-то больше гипса, где-то меньше, полностью отделка плитки. Везде вот такие совершенно безумно красивые потолки. У нас потолок, например, зарисован, а здесь он белый. Кровати, то есть все, ну, скажем так, продумано, осознанно. Реализовано в старинном здании, которое когда-то принадлежало одной семье много лет, а потом было выкуплено другой семьей. При этом здесь сохранено полностью вот это консервативное ощущение Феса, такого настоящего Марокко.
Yeah,
And
this
the
is
breakfast?
the main restaurant in winter. Some of the main restaurant is the outside terrace.
Ah, I see where we've been today.
For dinner, it's for lunch it's too hot, but for dinner it's fantastic, and nobody wants to sit inside. So we will have a peek inside. This is more traditional Moroccan style, and by night it's very nice with illumination and candles, and the team and the ladies in Moroccan kaftan. This is the inside terrace, and that's the outside terrace.
О, вот это красиво. Вот здесь мы сегодня будем ужинать. Альберта, I would say that the property really made me crazy. It's not the right word, but you show me another world. And you also mentioned that staff, people who hear us, customers, as the most important part. How do you hire them? Do you take locals? Do you call people from a little bit outside? And what do you do to have them that right way we saw here?
We take essentially locals, and sometimes we have people coming from outside. The essential thing is not coming from us. The essential thing is coming from them. And when our collaborators feel well, they are perfect. So my job is to make them feel well, to explain from time to time what are our targets and what could be maybe a bit better organized and this and that. But the essential thing is to federate and to make everybody feel well in his body, well with his capacities, small or great, and to employ them adapted to their capacities. It's not to have, we will never be in a Swiss palace where you have this penguin there behind each table, and the fork is like this, and the knife is like that, and the bread. We will never do this. But the luxury here is the attention of all of us. They see if you don't feel well, and the people are here Mediterranean, so they're sensible. And this is the real luxury, to have many people who are sensible to take care of our guests.
Мы только что прошлись по всему Palais Faraj. Это один из лучших пятизвездных отелей Феса. Вообще, приезжая в Фес, окунаешься в совершенно другую атмосферу. Это не Марракеш, это не Рабат, это не, может быть, столь привычные нам города. Здесь все намного более консервативно. Даже пример того, что Мадина по сей день остается пешеходной, и это решение было принято самими жителями, не допускаются никакие мотобайки, что-либо еще, и они планируют так оставлять как можно дольше. Это тоже показатель некой, с одной стороны, консервативности, с другой стороны, это сохранение вот этой вот самой культуры, истории, ради чего сюда приезжают люди испокон веков. И я считаю это очень важным, вообще, где ты живешь, когда ты приезжаешь в такой город, потому что, по идее, отель должен быть продолжением твоих ощущений. Вот наше ощущение вчера, когда мы зашли, я сказала: о, как интересно, но он же вроде небольшой. Потом я заглядываю в внутренний двор и понимаю, что нет, он большой, отель большой. И получается, что это продолжение собственных ощущений. Ощущение некого, даже это не средневековье, это такое арабское средневековье лично для меня. Когда у тебя рядом люди, вот они как будто бы лет 400 назад я вернулась, вот они точно так же и ходят, и работают, и живут сейчас. И здесь все, самая новая вентиляция, кондиционирование, система водоснабжения, все идеально. Великолепные кровати, идеальные перины, подушки, но при этом плитка, ручная, полностью вручную сделанные стены из гипса, окрашенные потолки. И вот это чувство, что ты попал в новом, но в прошлое. Ради этого стоит ездить по миру, летать, смотреть и приезжать в Марокко, особенно в Фес.